Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Riri, and today's video is going to be all about my product empties. Alright beauties, so before we hop on into my like, love, or loathes, my version of product empties, I will tell you what I have on my face. It is very, very minimal. I don't have much on at all. No highlight, none of that. So I have my Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Foundation, shade Warm Beige. And then I went over my entire complexion with the Jaclyn Hill Moonlit Powders. And this is the shade Carrots. It is absolutely stunning. And then I set with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Spray, which is phenomenal and I freaking love it. Between the Moonlit Highlight Powder and this, I mean, look how beautifully glowy my skin looks, you guys. I'm obsessed, okay? Then for my eyes, I have the Lele Posh shade in Encore. I want to show it to y'all. That is what it looks like. So that is all over the lid. And then I went in the center with Classy Cake Cosmetics shade Glamburger, which is this beautiful kind of cantaloupe orangey shade. And it has like a little bit of a silver reflect. And I popped that right in the center. I am obsessed, okay? It looks beautiful. And then I have on the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I don't remember who recommended that to me, but I do not like it. I'm just trying to use it up. Okay, so that's it. That's all that's on my face. No bronzer, no nothing. Today is going to be my empties, my like, love, or loathe. I have a ton of empties, you guys, so I'm going to try to go as quickly as I humanly possibly can. Yeah, but y'all know what I say about a long video. Grab you a snack, grab a taco, grab some tequila, bottle of water, whatever you need, and then if the video is too long for you, click them three dots right there. Right here. Right there. And speed me up. Just speed my ass up, okay? So we are going to go ahead and jump on in. There's also one product in here that, aside from the $1 Billion Brows eyebrow thing that I tried, that I loathed. It is the worst product I've ever used in my entire life, and I feel horrible about it. So we are going to get everything in front of me, and we're gonna dive right on in, y'all. All right, I think I'm ready, y'all. I think I'm ready. So first up, I'll just go over my Rebel Rouge Labs products that I have, because it's a lot of empties for this past maybe 2 months, 3 months. This is like a more summertime collective empties. So first and foremost, I went through the Rebel Rouge Labs Be One of Us Salty Sugar Scrub. It is completely gone. If you've watched me any at all, you know that I literally use a body scrub in the shower every single day. Every time that I take a shower, I use them. My skin is very dry, so I like to exfoliate my skin and then add hydration back into my skin. This smells incredible. And this versus her coffee one called Stay Woke, they both smell amazing. The only thing that I like this one better for, and I hope she still has some so I can order some, is because it leaves the skin still hydrated after the fact. It has like a little bit more of an oil kind of base to it, or more like, you know, creamy hydrating texture to it. Whereas the coffee one, it smells incredible. Love the way that it smells. It feels nice, feels good, but it kind of just washes away very cleanly, if that makes any sense. Whereas the Stay Woke one, it still leaves some kind of like a film and oil behind. I know that sounds crazy, and hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Where this one leaves you just clean feeling, this one I still feel hydrated. It gives me some hydration after the fact. So I will be 100% repurchasing this one. I like the coffee one, but I like having that little bit of moisture left over. So for that particular reason, I prefer the Stay Woke one. I mean, the Be One of Us one. So I use both of those up. And of course, I have to replenish my skin. So this is my second one of the Rebel Meringue, the Rebel Rouge Labs Rebel Meringue. And it is a very thick, dense, like body butter, and it smells incredible. It's got lavender and lemon and like a marshmallow. It's phenomenal. And of course, she's my favorite indie brand. I am also an ambassador with Rebel Rouge Labs. You can use code DRAIN01 for 10% off at any time. I do earn products in people buying things using my code. If you're not comfortable with that, by all means, that is fine by me. And then I did also repurchase another one because I do like this stuff so much. Again, this will be my third one that I'll be getting into. So I went through a ton of scrubs. I am now working on the one that I showed a while back. It's the Blueberry Lemon one. That one I kind of equate to the coffee one from Rebel Rouge Labs. It feels nice, smells amazing, it's energizing while you're in the shower, but it rinses away very cleanly, but I still feel the need to kind of add body butter or something like that on top. So that will probably be in my next one. So I'm going to take these and put these out of the way. Next up, oh, and those are Loves. Next up is my Native deodorant. I had the scent Lavender and Rose. This is my second full-size one. I discovered this in a Pinch Me box that I had gotten probably a year or more ago, and it had a little travel one. You guys, life-changing. Smells absolutely incredible. Feels amazing on the skin. Keeps your armpits very hydrating. I'm pretty sure that when I did another one of these Empties, I had one of those in it. I don't even have to use shaving cream on my underarms. That is how hydrating it is. I will also say, I use it still all the time, every single day, but I definitely notice if I'm going out to run errands, it will bunch up. Of course, it's got coconut oil and things like that in it. I also sweat a lot and it's hot as shit outside. So just to forewarn you on that, I definitely feel like it can kind of transfer onto your clothes. It does bunch up kind of a lot in the summertime. And it just becomes kind of like a coconut oil kind of mess underneath your arms. If that is not something that bothers you, if you're wearing, you know, obviously not wearing tank tops or anything where your armpits are showing, it's no issue. But I just wanted to put that out there. You guys know that I'm always very real and very honest with y'all, okay? But aside from that, again, very hydrating. I don't have to use shaving cream at all anymore. I get zero irritation on my underarms, and I shave pretty much every day my underarms, especially, I mean, we're in the pool and stuff all the time. So I love it. I will be repurchasing it. I just saw, I watched Juicy Jazz, and she has a code to get like 3 for $24 or something. I pay $11.97 for this at Walmart, but they have new summer scents, so I want to look into those and get a summer scent next. All right, moving along. I got this Colgate Optic White Renewal. I'm pretty sure it came in my Walmart beauty box, the last one that we got. It works beautifully. I mean, I feel like I have decent teeth, but you know, for me to not use any kind of strips or anything else, I definitely feel like it made a good impact. I feel like my teeth look nice. And I did repurchase this. So that is a love. Oh yeah, the Native is a love. This is a love as well. So those are all loves. And we're gonna keep moving on. This is another love. You guys have heard me rave about this a bunch already. But it is my ghee from the Crystal Bitch. I have gone through this and almost another entire one that she sent me. Thank you so much, Angel. And she also asked me, because I loved her products so much and raved about them, if I would like to be an affiliate with her. So I am now an affiliate, or a code. It is Riri20 for 20% off of all purchases. I do earn a small commission for any time that you guys use that link. So if you do not feel comfortable, again, then that is totally fine by me. But this ghee, you guys, I did an entire video on it. Definitely has been truly a life-changing thing for me, a skin life-changing thing for me. You guys know I'm 41 years old. I have very dry, very textured skin. I have a lot of redness, rosacea, you know, acne scarring, different things like that. So for me to find something that I genuinely really love, that's not going to irritate my skin, that I feel like is actually making a difference, it is few and far in between, okay? But I really love this stuff. Again, I will tell you, just like my original, you know, video, and you guys know, again, I'm very transparent. It does not smell like skincare. It does not smell the absolute best, not gonna lie. But I will say by the third time or so that I used it, I was totally fine with it, and I disregarded kind of the way that it smells. I will say the 2 times that I, you know, do my daytime skincare routine, the 2 times that I've used this and I actually went out to do errands and was in the heat for hours and hours and hours, was very hot and very sweaty, I did not like it. It made my makeup slide. It was almost too much, like too emollient, too oily, and I didn't like the scent either as it got super, super hot. Again, I'm a big girl. It's hot as hell here and I sweat a lot. So I just want to say that, I just want to put that out there. It was only the 2 times that I really was all day in the sun, all day doing errands, going to the store, things like that. I just didn't like it for that. I mean, it's an indie brand. I love indie brands. I encourage you guys, even if it's not the brands that I speak about, you know, look at other YouTubers, look at the brands that they're talking about, go to Instagram and go to different indie, you know, indie sites, and just support small business. That's all I want to say, okay? So of course, this is a love. It has been a skin life-changing thing for me. Next up is a like, love, and loathe all in one. Gonna sound crazy, I know. But it is the Colourpop BFF Volumizing Mascara. I have two of them. I have the Plum and Get It and the Black on Black. Now, loathe was this one here. Even from the very first time that I tried it, it had no lift, no volumizing properties, nothing like that. It was very weird, very clumpy. I could not get it to build up. But, even though this one was a loathe, when I first got the black one, you guys, and I talked about this when I did first get this, I loved it. It is beautiful upon first application. It was beautiful for probably about a month. And it goes on nicely, lengthens, blackens, you know, volumizes, things like that. And especially for like the $6 price point, I'll put a price here to make sure, you know, just to be sure. But for a lesser price point, absolutely was like, shit, I'm blown away. This is fantastic. It made me believe that maybe this one was old, and I am going to still retry this, repurchase it, and try it again. The thing that I will say, and why I'm saying it's a like, love, and a loathe, is because as much as I loved it upon first opening it and first trying it, literally before a month was up, I'm sure, it was already the same as this. It just has gotten super thick and super cakey, super clumpy. Hopefully you will be able to tell. I mean, and it was doing this literally after less than a month. So for $6, is it worth it? Yes. But if it was $24, kind of like my Better Than Sex, would I repurchase it again or ever recommend it? No. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Again, it is good for the $6. If you use mascara literally daily, I think it is a wonderful purchase. I think that you would not, you know, be upset by buying it. If, however, you're somebody that you throw on a coat of mascara twice a week, you're not going to be satisfied because it literally dried out in no time. And then this one, I literally just never had any luck with it. It came to me and was just very weird, thick, goopy, clumpy. I can barely get it out. So this one was an absolute loathe. Although I love the color and I'm really excited to try another one. Also, let me know what your experience has been with this, because now this is two that I've gone through. So for $6, if you get a good one and a fresh one, totally worth it. So that is a like, love, and a loathe. I'm sorry that I can't describe it any better than that, but yeah, I mean, I would repurchase it based on if I'm going to use it consistently. If not, I wouldn't recommend it. So moving along, I have this little mini Herbarian solid cleansing oil that I absolutely loved. And oddly enough, the very same day that Angel from the Crystal Bitch reached out to me to ask if I wanted to try her cleansing balm and oils and things like that, I ran out of this and I was going to go to Sephora and pay full price for this. It works beautifully. I put it on, put it across my eyelids, put it all over my face, massage it in for a second. I leave it on for just a second, the same as I do with the one from the Crystal Bitch. And then I wipe it away. Everything, you know, melts off easily. It doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't have a very strong odor. It does have a slight perfumed scent to it. So if you have an aversion to scent, don't do it. But I thought that it was amazing. I even told her that. I was like, I was literally going to go to Sephora tonight and buy my Herbarian because it is beautiful. So, of course, I recommend going to the Crystal Bitch because I like indie brands. But this one, if you do want to invest and you want to try a different brand or a different cleansing balm, cleansing oil, it is beautiful. Moving along. I've gone through many of these. This is the Tarte Fake Awake. I absolutely, absolutely love this one right here. It is an eyeliner that is like a skin tone shade. That's all that's left in here. But it's super beautiful, really brightening and really opens the eyes without it being so stark and without it being a bright, bold white. So I really love this. A really good dupe for this though is another product that I've been using the heck out of. And it is the LA Girl Ultimate Eye Intense Stay Auto Liner in the shade Ultra Bright. They're literally dupes. I mean, and this one's like $6. So I love this one. I've used many of these because I keep getting them in like little, you know, sample sizes. But this one is just as good. Maybe it doesn't last on the, you know, the waterline quite as long, but still beautiful. I still love it. I love how open it makes the eyes look. So this is also a love. Next up, probably the only actual full-on Loathe, aside from the product that I hate. And it is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I tried this in my full face of e.l.f. and yeah, I don't like it at all. First of all, it is a very thick pencil, and I don't like something this thick. On my eyes. But I don't like that it's so thick, and it is so creamy and waxy that literally I feel like it's gonna like break off. But it's not creamy in a good way. It almost was like leaving clumps of product in my brows. I just don't like it. If that's all you have, I think you can make it work, but it's a Loathe. It is a Loathe. Do not buy, do not pass go, do not collect $200 from me, okay? Next up is a love. I've used probably 8 of these maybe by this point. It is the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette. This has been one of my holy grail products for a very, very long time. They're about $10. And you can see, well, there's nothing there. But it is very, very slim. It is a good mix between being uber creamy and too creamy and settling in, and it being stiff. It's kind of right in between. It is that perfect medium that I really love. It really lays the product down beautifully. The tone works great with, you know, my eyebrows and stuff like that. And I also buy these when Ulta does, like with their Ulta Beauty, buy one, get one 50% or what have you. So I will buy them and save them up for that period of time. But love, 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 would highly, highly recommend, especially if you're looking for something. Again, I wish I had some in here so I could show you. But if you're looking for something that is very, very slim, it is very reminiscent, in my opinion, but not quite as stiff as the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I love that one as well, but for me, that one can be almost too tight, too stiff to kind of pull across. So this one is perfection. Love. Now, I'm so sorry. I know a lot of people live for this brand. I've tried several things from this brand that I do like and that I do use. And I tried it a few times. As you can see, it's down to here. Hopefully you guys can see that. But it is the Good Molecules Pineapple Exfoliating Powder. Now, does it work? Yes, but it works a little too much if you have dry skin. But that's not it. That's not what makes me loathe, and I mean hard loathe. Not only was it super stripping to me, and again, I know I have dry skin, so y'all don't come for me, okay? It was too stripping, and it stinks. If you've used this, please let me know your experience with it. It smells like baby formula. That's the exact smell. It was almost honestly too harsh for me to even try to use it. But I was really trying. Y'all know I really try to use a product a few times before I really just say no. But yeah. I definitely will say if you can get past the smell, I can't. I cannot. If you can get past the baby formula smell, and you have oily skin, I think this would be a beautiful product for you because it cleaned the hell out of my skin. I literally had 0 oils, 0 of anything. It felt very tight and very stripped. Kind of like when you go like this and you can actually feel the tightness, like with a matte foundation. That is how this felt. But y'all, the damn smell, it was absolutely dreadful. It is one of the worst products I've ever used in regard to that. I can get over certain scents, even with like the Crystal Bitch with the ghee. The first couple times I was like, oh girl, whoo! But it was okay, and I tolerated it as it went on, and I was used to it. And then I was just like, oh, it's just not a skincare scent. And once I kind of stopped equating it to a skincare scent, it was fine. Whereas this, you guys, it is very, very heavily scented. And to me, this is exactly what it smells like. It smells like baby formula. I don't like it. I'm very sorry. I do not like it. So it is a loathe. So I don't have too many loathes. Yeah, so that's it. I'm sorry if that was really harsh. Again, if you guys have tried this, please let me know. The packaging is beautiful, very, very heavy, glass bottle. But yeah, I'm so sorry. If you are definitely looking for a true intense exfoliator that doesn't have the actual, you know, graininess or anything to it, and you do have oily skin and you can get past the scent, you'll love it. You will love it. But for me personally, I can't get past the scent. I just can't. It brings up, no, I just can't. So yeah, that's it. I'm sorry that I rambled. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video anyway. And don't forget again, just fast forward my ass. If you are still here, thank you so much. I truly, truly value your time. And I would love if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you be part of my beauty family here on YouTube. And please always remember to be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.